I can just say hello, Matrix Live, and welcome to. Is this the first edition of 2021? It's a new era. I think we should start the numbering again. Anyway, I'm here with Tobias and Carl, and they are representing KDE because they're going to talk about NeoChat. So, hello.
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 Guten Tag. So, who is who? Who is Carl and who is Tobias?
He is Carl and I'm Tobias.
Tobias, sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't matter.
It's okay. And so you folks are you're both students and you're both in Germany. Have I got that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. That's great. Are you studying technical things?
Yes, computer science.
Are you studying computer
Same
science?
computer science.
Okay, that's good. I mean, you're on the right track in that case if you're making a software. But let's talk about NeoChat, which is a new-ish software for KDE. In particular, it's a continuation of Spectral. I think I have that right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a fork of Spectral.
Right. Cool. And what made you choose Spectral for your project?
Well, Spectral was predestined, so to say, because it's based on Qt, so there's a lot we could reuse, and we could hit the ground running, as you say.
Yeah. Okay. And so you're using libquotient. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. And how is it to work with that? This is something from Kitsune, who is a very long-term contributor, and he uses it in his own project, which is it's always very interesting to see another project using sort of being a second consumer of a library. So how is it working with that project?
It works quite well. I think we're annoying him a bit with the amount of bugs we find.
That's great. I mean, if he's annoyed, then you're doing very well, I think.
But yeah, the libraries was created to work with Qt project, so it's really easy to use. For there's already tons of stuff we can directly use from QML. And it uses Qt libraries. So it's for NeoChat, it is perfect.
Yeah, sounds like it. And what features? So you started with Spectral as your base, and you thought from there. What features have you been working from? What features have you added?
What I have added a bit is just, I'd say, boring stuff, device management stuff. I've been working on registering an account in the app, though that is not finished yet.
Oh wow! Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was annoying to get running with the captcha stuff.
Yeah, it can be a difficult thing to process, especially because different home servers might have different requirements and so on. Yeah. Yeah,
and because I need to bundle a web engine to render the captcha stuff, because I really want it to be integrated and not just open a browser.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So isn't that one of the things that benefits KDE though? Is that the Plasma is the container and then it's just opening a browser, but you really wanted it to be in the box.
Yes, because on some platforms, in general, it's just not a nice UI to open another program and have a website that may or may not work, or it just doesn't feel really well.
Yeah, okay. So, and you say device management is boring. I mean, maybe to the public, but I think that anybody listening to this is going to be quite interested in having another client to do device management. I think that's going to be very interesting to people.
Yeah, I had my share of fun when doing that, because I realized that there are just bugs in libquotient that really didn't allow me to do anything with the user interactive authentication stuff.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Does that mean that Quotient, the application, is also not supporting those things correctly?
As far as I know, not.
Okay. All right. Well, Kitsune, if you're listening, then we need to talk to you about that. I think it's a problem. Cool. And how about you, Carl?
I have been mostly working on the UI, so the interaction for the user. But I also added recently the sticker support.
Yeah.
The edition. Now you can edit messages and that displays as edited messages.
Oh, you can display history of messages then?
No, not history, but you can see what it was edited.
See which ones were edited. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Are stickers? Are they meaningfully different from images when you're displaying them?
You can download the images as the stickers, but otherwise it's almost the same component in the UI, but the events are not the same, so I needed to add some stuff in the caution and add the support in NeoChat.
Okay. So I wonder, let's talk about KDE. How involved are you guys with the KDE project other than NeoChat?
I'm doing a bit of stuff for the Plasma Mobile
nice.
ecosphere, so I'm developing a bunch of apps, and I have done other stuff with the shell and things, and since we're releasing the PinePhone KDE edition soon, Plasma Mobile edition, that's a significant part of it to have a Matrix client that runs on mobile devices.
Brilliant. I mean, so Plasma Mobile is probably the reason that I would buy a PinePhone at this, like, today. So it's really interesting just to think that. So it's a big concern for you to have a mobile Matrix client available. Will out of the box, will NeoChat be part of the base distribution?
I think so.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I think Bushan added it to the base images, but I'm not sure.
That's awesome news. That's actually really impressive for you guys to have achieved that at this early stage in the project. So well done.
Yeah, I think Fedora, the KDE spin of Fedora, want to also add by default NeoChat. So it's also nice. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's really interesting. So let's take it from the opposite direction. If Matrix is important on the KDE side, I know that KDE.org, they are quite rapidly migrating from IRC and other platforms to use Matrix instead. In fact, I think for both of you, your main Muxid is your KDE account.
Yes.
How important is it to the KDE project to have a native Matrix client that they can say, this is our client? Because I know that with desktop environments, there's always a sense of, this is ours, and we want to show this is our thing.
It is very important to some people to have a native Matrix client, because there are always people that just don't want to run these JavaScript web apps on their desktop.
Yeah.
Be it useful concern or maybe not so much, but it definitely helps the acceptance of Matrix for some of, let's say, the very convinced IRC people.
Yeah, what they really want is a native, cute environment. Yeah.
Just something that works well. That's the reason they stay on IRC, because IRC, it doesn't fail. It's not slow or anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's battle tested, and it's sending binary over the wire, so it's naturally got a few advantages. I know that you two you're much more interested in the tech, but from the social side, how do you find people moving off IRC? Some people have been on IRC for as long as you two have been alive. So how does it feel when those people are moving to Matrix, I wonder?
Well, from IRC to Matrix, it's not like a fundamental social move. Of course, Matrix is nicer to use with images and videos and stuff. The bigger thing is when people move from Telegram or some other semi-trustable services that are maybe partly open source, but you don't really know what will happen, because their Matrix is really an improvement.
Right. Yeah, I see. But then you'd also have the problem with the native clients as well, I suppose. Yeah. All right. It sounds really promising. I mean, I know that a lot of people are quite excited about NeoChat, and I'm actually very pleased to see how much support you've been getting from the KDE organization side. They've been helping with promotion and these kinds of things. What's the future of the project? What's the immediate plan?
We want to integrate better with the rest of the KDE. So, for example, we have some libraries to the spell checking, and we will want to have these spell checking features in NeoChat too.
In the text composer,
you can write a message. You already have some spell checking.
Yeah.
All this integration is quite important because it then feels more native, even more natives.
Is that something that comes, it comes for free with Qt, or am I overestimating how easy that is?
It's KDE framework, so there's Qt, and then there's a collection of libraries created by the KDE community. For example, Qigami, the UI toolkit. It's based on Qt, but it adds a lot of interaction. And the same with spell checking. This is another a separate framework for spell checking, and we have recently, as Noah added cool features. But when you add an attachment, you have thumbnails, and thumbnails are generated by Kaio, as a framework.
Sorry, what was that about attachments? Maybe I misunderstood.
So when you add the files as an attachment, you have a small preview of the file.
Right.
This is some sort of integration.
Understood. Yeah. Oh, nice. So those integrations come from the desktop environment.
So not from the desktop environment, from the libraries.
Right. Okay.
But also work on Windows, for example.
Okay. All right. So if people wanted to get involved, what would be the way to do that? Do they need to be deeply involved in KDE already, or do you think that they could jump in?
No, actually we had quite a lot of people who got involved in NeoChat, and we are quite new to the KDE community. It's the first contribution to KDE, and so I would recommend people to join us in our NeoChat room, the NeoChat on the KDE.org server.
Nice.
And we have tons of issues. The GitLab issue tracker is full of issues because there's a few people who contributed tons of QA and in all the small inconsistencies.
Nice.
So there's quite a lot of junior job that doesn't need a lot of knowledge into Qt and QML.
That's great. That's interesting. I wonder if lots of those small tasks, I wonder if they're GSOC suitable tasks, because I'm already thinking about Google Summer of Code for 2021. So we need to have a think about that. Maybe you'll want to get involved in KDE, though. We'll have to see.
There's a program called Season of KDE. It's similar to GSOC, but in smaller scale, and NeoChat might participate in the Season of KDE, and then in the summer and probably other GSOC too.
Yeah. It's an administrative overhead that we can help you with there. All right. So what people need to do to get involved is they need to join the rooms, and we'll link to the rooms below.
Yeah.
And of course, you can just search for KDE NeoChat Matrix, and you'll find it everywhere, I think. All right, chaps. Thank you. Is there anything you wanted to add?
No,
not from my side.
All right. Great. All right. Well, thank you, and thank you, Matrix Live. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.